It's been quite a week for the president, and it has ended. Well, I don't think most people could have imagined that we would see the president validated on his assessment of the leadership of the FBI as we have this week. Joining me now, former Trump campaign surrogate, political analyst Gina Loudon. Great to see you, Gina. And radio talk show host Dom Giordano. Great to see you, partner.
Hello.
Let's start with you, Gina. The president, he was supported in his assessment, in his declarations and statements about McCabe, about Comey, and here we are with the support of this report by the Inspector General.
Yeah. What's that giant sucking sound, Lou? I think that's the president being right as he drains the swamp. Lou, this is
I didn't know where
like
you were going with
big...
that, Gina, to be very honest.
It's Friday. This is like one big web of complete conflict, complete corruption. And it's like the president just shined his little light on it, and they're all scattering like the cockroaches that they are as the swamp is draining. Instead of the art of the deal, this is like the art of the drain, and we're watching it before our very eyes. I can't believe how much has transpired just this week.
Well, what do you think, Dom?
Well, exactly, Lou. It undercuts the whole thing. And I all day have been talking about Comey undercutting himself, how catty this book is. And he has diminished himself, if that's possible. Prior to today, he was very diminished, in my view, with the book and with Stephanopoulos and the whole thing that's going on. And this really takes the wind out when people see the facts about what the report has indicated.
Yeah, it is hard to imagine an FBI director in the position he is, fired because of his dereliction of duty, for his incompetence and his misjudgments, and here he is getting millions of dollars for a book from the deep state that, frankly, no one's going, I shouldn't say no one, but very few people are going to believe against the evidence to the contrary. What do you think, Gina?
There's no news in this book. There's nothing that we didn't know before. This is conjecture. This is actually, we call it psychological projection in my field, Lou. This is about his insecurities, about Comey's insecurities, and about him proving really to the whole world that everything conservatives and the president said about him to date is actually true. All those biases are true, and he's confirming it in this very emotional book that reads more like a tabloid romance than an actual book.
And he throws Loretta Lynch, Dom, under the bus, or certainly tries to. It's unclear exactly what he's using, innuendo, insinuating that she has. There are a lot more developments to come that will embarrass her and the Obama administration.
Well, you know, that's not good, Lou. If you start throwing Lynch under the bus in the Obama administration. No, well, it's not going to be good for Comey. So Comey is going to learn at the end of this, after the celebrated book tour and all the rest, there's going to be consequence for him, I believe, and hopefully for McCabe and Strzok and all these others. If it were one person, Lou, it would be horrifying enough. But there seems to be a nest of people inside the FBI that have been conducting himself in this manner.
Yeah, the FBI, the Department of Justice, are obviously corrupt through the highest levels, and it's pervasive at those levels, corruption.
Right.
I want to turn to Paul Ryan, who not only wants to resign a job and leave it 9 months later, but he also wants to hand-pick personally his successor. Is he just a little more autocratic than democratic, Gina?
Yeah. Can you say more swamp continued? And you know, the funny thing is, I actually like the person that Paul Ryan was recommending. And then when Paul Ryan recommended him, I thought, wait a minute, maybe I better take a second look, because he has definitely been part of the problem. He's been part of the swamp. And I think he's one of the things that happened this week that just sheds further light on the evidence that this president knows what he's talking about when he's talking about draining the swamp.
Dom, you get the last 20 seconds.
Well, Lou, I said on my radio show, there's nobody I'm second to Lou Dobbs in scoping out Paul Ryan well ahead of the curve. And you were right. Look at how Paul Ryan is ending his career.